Hello everybody, welcome to Filmmaking Today. Bojan Dulabic here. So, are you looking for a small, portable, and awesome phone gimbal? Stay tuned. Alright guys, so in this episode we're going to talk about the Moza Mini MX phone gimbal. Just some housekeeping items. This product was sent to me by Godsome, which is the company behind the Moza products. They sent this to me free of charge for this review. However, they're not reviewing this video before it's being published, and all the opinions you're going to hear are my own. So, let's get started. This is the Moza Mini MX foldable smartphone gimbal. Let's take a look at what comes in the box. There is a USB Type-C cable to charge the device. You get a pouch to carry everything, a manual, a small tabletop tripod, and the gimbal itself. The gimbal is actually extremely portable and you shouldn't have any problems carrying it around. And this is what it looks like when it's fully folded out. And let's take a look at the hardware. There are a few buttons. You have the joystick in the middle. Below it you have the shutter button, and next to it you have the zoom in and zoom out buttons, which also double as function buttons. On this side there's nothing, and on this side you have the USB Type-C port to charge the device. So if you press the zoom plus button, if you press it once, it will activate pan and tilt mode. If you press it again, it will activate pan follow mode. And if you press the zoom out button, it will activate FPV mode. And if you press the trigger button once and hold, it will go into all lock mode. If you press it twice and hold, it will go into sports mode. If you press the shutter button 3 times, it will go into portrait mode. And if you press it again 3 times, it will go back into landscape mode. When the gimbal is in FPV mode, that's when you can also use Inception. You simply move it left or right and it will rotate. And if you press this button and draw on screen, you will be able to access the tracking mode. If we take a look at the app, there's this button up here, and if we press it, you enter a very interesting mode. So here you will find various, basically templates that will allow you to create all kinds of interesting shots. And you can get a preview of all of them and you can see exactly what it will do. And once you press the capture button, it will tell you what to do. So it might tell you move the camera here or anything like that. And it will help you to create some very interesting shots. Let's take a look at some footage and see how this gimbal performs. Alright guys, so as you saw, this little thing is pretty sweet. You get great footage, easy to use, all that good stuff. So let's briefly talk about pros and cons. So when it comes to some of the cons, so this handle right here, although it is a bit on the smaller side, which I guess, I mean, it depends on the person, right? For me it's fine, but it might be on a smaller size if you have large hands, right? So something to keep in mind, right? But what I wish, would be slightly different. So this tripod leg right here, which you can take off, right? But I actually like to keep it on because I like to shoot this way. It just, it stabilizes the thing even more, right? And it just gives me more, more opportunity to get different shots, right? However, when you hold it like this, and then if you want to put your hand here, this distance here where the trigger is, I wish there was just a bit more distance, right? So even if it was like half a centimeter, so what's that, like a quarter of an inch, just, you know, distance between these two, that will be perfect, right? Now, it's not a deal breaker or anything, still works perfectly fine, and it might not even bother a lot of people, but it is something to keep in mind for sure. Other than that, I mean, I love this thing. First of all, I love how lightweight this thing is. I mean, man, this weighs almost nothing. I mean, you're looking at 418 or 412 grams, which is nothing. It's got a payload of 250 grams. If you have a larger phone, I do suggest take out the cover, you know, just in case, it might exceed, although you should be fine, but just in case, take it off. And, you know, the lighter your phone is, obviously, the less the motor has to work, which will extend your battery life and all that good stuff. So something to keep in mind. And speaking of battery life, awesome battery life. So I've been playing around with this guy for over a week-ish, and I charged the battery at the beginning, and for the entire week I was using the same battery. And every day I was working on this thing, testing it out and all that stuff for a few hours, and yeah, it was working fine. So battery life, no problem. You'll do just fine, right? And yeah, other than that, I mean, that's basically it. It, you know, will do the job. You'll get some great smooth footage. It's definitely easy to use. It's got all the features you need in today's world when it comes to these gimbals. And yeah, that's it, guys. So all in all, price point is great. So it is out today, right? And you're looking at $90 US or 89 technically. So links to everything will be in the description. Check them out. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, tell your friends and all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.